What's up, everybody? It's your main man, Lakeith Fowler, right here in the place to be. Welcome to another episode of House Money, starring me, your host, Lakeith Fowler. Today, I'm talking about the power of creating mortgage notes. So today I'm gonna walk you through the very first mortgage note that I ever created, and put this clicker down. Very first mortgage note that I ever created. So there was a house that I purchased and I paid 54.5 for the house. I put 2,500 worth of work into it. So my total investment in the house was $57,000. So just kind of back it up a little bit. I did this. I bought this house. I rehabbed it. My initial was exit strategy was to rent it out, and I was already kind of working ahead of myself. So I started looking for my next deal before I finished this deal, and I met a guy, and he said, "Hey man, what's your exit strategy for this house?" And I said, "I'm just gonna rent it out." He said, "That's a pretty good exit strategy. Do you know what I do?" And I said, "No, I don't know what you do." He said, "I hold paper." So I thought to myself, that sounds pretty easy. I can hold a piece of paper. So he walked me through my first owner finance. So what happened was he found somebody to sell the house to. So we created a mortgage for $79,000, $80,000 or whatever. 79,000, ain't no 80, 79. So they gave me 6,000 down, because at this point, when you owner finance, you are the bank. You are literally the bank. This is how banks work. They create mortgage notes. They sell mortgages to people who are qualified for that's gonna pay them back their money, basically. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes. So I did the same thing. I'm just an individual instead of an institution. So anyway, here it is. Created a note. House 79,000. They paid 6,000 down. So the final sale price was 73 grand. 73 grand, right? So I said, "Hey, I'm gonna charge you 9% interest over a 30-year term." So my principal and interest, that's all that I'm responsible for. That's all that they're paying me, because this isn't like a rental where I have to, be responsible. I can actually foreclose on you. Like, I'm a real bank now. This is a bank move. This isn't a rental. So the P and the I is just money every month coming in off the principal and the interest. There is no taxes and insurance. The homeowner is responsible for that. They have to pay that on their own. And if they don't pay that, then I said, as the bank, can foreclose on that individual. That's part of their agreement. And if they don't, then there's clauses in the agreement and the promissory notes that allows me to do different things in different situations. So it's a lot of power with creating mortgage notes. A lot of power, and a lot of just kind of hands on but hands off. You pay regardless. You insured. You're a part of the insurance paperwork. So if it burns, you get paid. It's smooth, man. But anyway, they were paying 585 a month. At 9% over 30-year spread, 585 a month. Now I will tell you this: I don't advise anybody, well, unless you're young. I was really young when I did this, so it was okay. But this was my first note. I won't say it was my worst note, but I wouldn't necessarily finance somebody 30 years with my own money. You know what I mean? Like, I would rather use institution money to do that. So if you're an individual, and I don't know what your financial situation is or if you're bankable, but definitely find a lender that gives loans out this dollar amount. Not too many do, but there are some out there. Anyway, $585 a month. They stayed in the house 69 months. So 69 months times 585. So they paid me a little over 40 grand. Cool. Then they figured out, hey, we don't want to live here anymore. We own this house, so let's sell this house. So they put the house up for sale, which they're able to do. And they found out that this house now is worth, I think it was worth like 140 grand. So they called for a VOM, a verification of mortgage. They got a contract on another house contingent on the sale of this house, but in the mix of all that, paying me off. So whatever the case may be, they called me for a mortgage, the title, and asked me, hey, how much is the payoff? And I sent them a payoff for 70 grand. So you got to think about this. Hold on a second, Lakeith. So wait a minute. You sold this house to these people 69 months ago for 73,000. 69 months ago for 73,000. They gave you 6,000 down, and they still owe $70,000. A little over, what is that, 5, almost 6 years? Yes, that is correct. See, y'all don't really get it. You go get these things and you get them financed, these credit cards, these homes, these cars, jewelry, whatever you can get financed. I don't know. But you don't really understand the fine print. You know what I mean? Like you're getting something, but you best believe they're getting a lot more than you. That's just the name of the game. That's how it works. And understanding how banks work and understanding the movement of money and how to make assets work for you and you not work for them is awesome. So let me finish though. So yeah, they called for a verification of mortgage. The payoff was 70,000 plus they gave me $40,000 in rent. So that means the whole total on that house was 110,000 minus my initial investment, which is 57,000, left me with a total profit of $53,000 over 69 months, and I got my original 57,000 back in my pocket. So I just put this money in a situation and basically made interest off of this money. Now this is exactly how banks work. Your Chase, your Wells, whomever, wherever you go get these loans, you look at it and you think to yourself, when I go inside a bank and I go deposit $1,000, they don't just have a little safe with my name that says Lakeith, and every time I want that $1,000, they give it to me the same way I give it to them. They sell it, and they make interest off of that money. They sell it in car loans, credit card loans, and mortgages. So you go put in said money, you go put in your $1,000 to the bank, $1,000 to the bank. Then the bank turns around and sells it right back to you for 10,000. You don't think about it, but that's exactly what they're doing, and they're making money off your money because the bank is just fluent on how to make it work, and they're just there and they're insured and governed to make sure that certain things go certain ways and certain people follow certain steps in order to get certain things. But you too can be a bank if you understand how financial literacy works and the movement of money and how to make money work for you instead of you working for it. It's a beautiful thing. And that's something that I'm really good at. You know what I mean? Straight up. And you'll see that the more you watch me and the more you understand I'm serious about what I mean, about what I do, about what I'm trying to accomplish. And I'm looking for people that's serious too. So if you're a wholesaler and you get vacant lots, man, I can turn them into real products, man. I will buy from you. Lakeith buys houses and land. If you got a brokerage, if you're entitled, if you're a realtor, if you're whatever you do, a bird dog, I don't care. If you have any affiliation with real estate, any way, shape, form, or fashion, man, I'll buy. Let's make a deal, man, for real. Let's make it real with real estate. Lakeith buys houses and land. please give me a call. Please follow me on all social media platforms, on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, whatever. You know, I'm out here for real. I'm not running from nobody. I'm looking for wholesalers. I'm looking for everybody that wants to be a part of something that's going somewhere, because that's where I'm headed. And that's it. So I appreciate you watching. Thank you. Lakeith buys houses and land. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, I do not know what it is that you're waiting for. Thank you for watching.